I have a problem. Not a major problem, more of a nuisance than anything. Which is why I'm telling you, the viewer. And no, I'm not pregnant. No, occasionally I get an idea, and more often than not, it has little bearing on the situation. Could be in the shower, on the job, in bed. And in order to get rid of this idea, I quickly scribble it down for future viewing. And just where do I keep this treasure trove of ideas? Surely somewhere orderly and neat? Nope. Instead of using a dozen or so useful ways of jotting down information, I choose a web browser. Yep, I open my phone, type in a tab, click go, and forget about it forever. Or until now recently. And that's the problem. Let me show you. Here's a real-for-real example of the sort of stuff I find on my phone. What if human zoo, animals worked, ceiling used, booby trap, home security? Complete nonsense, really. Can't make heads, tails, or any ligament of a clue. And that's where you come in. I'm hoping to use the collective power of the internet to make my life easier. So let's work this out together, one step at a time. Clearly they're segmented for a reason, so let's start there. What if human zoo, animals worked? Human zoo. Surely I could have mean a zoo for humans. That's hardly original, and it's been done before. Although if it were offered nowadays, would it really be that wrong? Voluntarily speaking, of course. No, hold on. Something is coming back. Okay. Prisons. Prisons should be like zoos. Not just like any run-of-the-mill prison, but celebrity prisons. I may be onto something here. Imagine, pay a couple of bucks and see a bundle of B-list celebrities at a relatively cheap price. Maybe even have them perform a trick or two. I'm not asking for dolphin levels of qualities. They're only celebrities after all. But maybe hum a few bars or tell a mediocre joke. If all else fails, they could always be hurled peanuts at until they go into amusing rant, as they typically do. It wouldn't even be that cruel either. They'd like it too. Hear me out. Celebrities often commit crimes as a cry for attention. Now they have all the attention they want. You can even let them write their own little biographies in front of their exhibit. It'll be like therapy to them, as well as save some money off us doing it ourselves. Alright, in the end, I'm quite on board with this idea. The only real qualm is whether or not a petting zoo feature could be implemented. Moving on, animals worked. I imagine it'll be more closely linked to human zoos than booby traps, and I already have a feeling what it could be. So you know how loads of animals are endangered, right? And how we do all we can trying to save them. But some of them are a bit more finicky than others. Well, I figured why not make them work for it? Pandas, right? We stick two of them in a room together and play mature panda content in the background, and what do we get? The same two hungry mouths to feed. We give them a roof over their heads, all the food they can eat, and cabled with premium packages. And nothing. Let them die off. I read a couple of weeks ago about chimps that collect mangoes from trees. Imagine if we would have taught the dodo something like that. Maybe pitch them as a feathered dog. They're smaller and easier to clean up after, and they lack the one major quality that makes birds a pain to keep. The ability to fly. Turn their faults into a feature. That's what I say. Right. In the end, I still agree with this idea, especially about the panda bear. I get biodiversity and the like, but some animals deserve to go the way of the dodo. Ironically enough, many accept the dodo. He's a cool bird. Jeez, this is taking longer than I imagined. I think I'll stop now.